Okay, Moldy Toaster, this is the 16th installment of what can a Mac do that a PC can't do. And even though it has nothing to do with that, I'm gonna make the video anyways. It's probably gonna have to be in a couple parts because I got a lot of things to get through. Okay, the first thing you mention is your hard drive. You bought a 750 gig hard drive and only 700 gigs is showing up because of Mac's filing system. Well, actually it's I believe it formats to FAT32. That's what I formatted my external hard drive to, at least, because it can be read by Windows and Mac, so I like compatibility. And I did a little comparison of the hard drives in my house with your hard drive, and I came up with this. Your 750 gig hard drive, when formatted, is 700 gigs. My 500 gigabyte Mac hard drive is 465 gigabytes when formatted. And my Windows hard drive, I opened it up and checked what it said on it. It's a 160 gig hard drive and it's only 150 when formatted. Whoa, wait a second. I thought you said that that Windows didn't do that. I thought you said that Apple was stealing all those gigabytes. What's going on, Windows? Why are you stealing all my gigabytes, huh? Okay, so yeah, in your defense, you did say that if Windows does do it, it doesn't do it to that extent. So I did a little math. Yes, math is very, very fun. And when I crunched the numbers on the Mac's filing system, well, on your hard drive, only 93% of your hard drive space is being utilized. That doesn't sound like a lot. It's 50 gigs missing, but it's 93%. Well, that'd be a pretty good grade on a math test or something. For my Mac hard drive, the 500 gig, which is 465 when formatted, that too, 93% was being utilized. Now, the showdown. My Windows computer, when I crunched the math, crunched the numbers and did the math, 93% was being utilized. So it's not Mac. That's how computers work. When you format a hard drive, it doesn't give you what it says on there. And I checked on my hard drive, but it didn't say it. But I remember seeing on a hard drive formatted space less than what's claimed on it. So if you buy a 500, it's not going to be 500. That's simple computers. You should know that. Okay. Alright, that's page 1. Let's go on to page 2. Next you bitch about how Mac has all these programs that do the same thing. You mention Preview, iSync, iPhoto, and Image Capture. Now, Preview is like Windows Picture and Fax Viewer. When you click on something, a picture, it opens it up in that. It doesn't load another huge program. Preview lets you view pictures and PDF documents. In Windows, you need 2 programs to do that, to view a PDF document, so you lose. iSync. This syncs your address book and calendar to your phone or like your Palm Pilot, something like that. So that really doesn't have anything to do with viewing pictures. iPhoto. iPhoto lets you arrange and edit your photos. They have a bunch of different settings to let you adjust colors and things like that. And it's also what is used when you plug in a camera. You can just grab a camera, plug it in, and it downloads the pictures onto there. So I don't see what that has to do with syncing things to your Palm or cell phone or viewing pictures. Okay, image capture. Surprisingly, image capture captures images. Actually, I'm not that familiar with that program, but I'm going to assume that's what it does. So it seems to me none of those programs really do the same thing. So your argument is invalid. Alrighty. Next you mentioned QuickTime, iDVD, and iTunes. You say, whoa, well, Windows has them all in Windows Media Player, so how come they need 3 different programs? Well, if you open up iDVD, iTunes, or something like that, at the top you'll notice that they have a bunch of options. Now, could you imagine rolling all 3 programs together and having to go through the options? That'd be a lot of options to sift through. I wouldn't want to do that. Most, if not all, of my PC friends do not use Windows Media Player for audio files. Most of them either use Winamp or iTunes. Yeah, a lot of my friends use iTunes. I don't like how Windows Media Player arranges all your albums and things, and most of my friends have an iPod because they are really good MP3 players. Okay, next thing you mentioned was VCDs. Now you're sort of nitpicking. Like, who actually uses VCDs anymore? I haven't seen a VCD in like 2 or 3 years. I don't think I've even burned one. If I'm burning a movie onto a CD, it's usually a DivX file because my DVD player can handle that codec, so it's a lot easier. And if you're trying to read a VCD on your computer, wouldn't it make more sense just to burn a data CD?